Battle Royal. The winner of tonight's Battle Royal will go on to face the second wrestling champion, Eric Cannon, in the main event.
Yeah!
You will see that person a little later tonight. Our first competitor.
Jordan!
Our first competitor. Yes, super high. Josh!
High stakes here with Second Wrestling on the premier streaming network, coming at you from Camp Menominee in Eagle River, Wisconsin. An 8-man rumble to kick things off with the winner getting a shot at the Second Wrestling Championship, currently held by the anarchist Eric Cannon alongside Max Rock. I'm DJ Draper. Here we go. Kicking things off, it's Jordan and the front man, Josh C.
These two are definitely familiar with each other, both from Second Wrestling and all across Minnesota, so they know each other's ins and outs.
Two of the wrestlers around this scene that are often in the best, most cheerful moods, and I say that with just a drip of sarcasm.
Especially Jordan. Yeah, he calls himself the fun god. I'm not really sure what kind of fun he's into. I'm not into that kind of fun, I'll tell you that much.
No, just beating people up and fighting and brawling just as a hobby. Some people, I don't know, do woodworking. Some people do knitting or crocheting. Jordan just likes to fight, and that's what he lives for. And he's squaring off right now against Josh C., someone also who has very, very deep ambitions in this sport. Someone who would love nothing more than to get that title opportunity. Ooh, almost sent Jordan out. We're being joined now by King Mitchell Taylor. My first look at this competitor comes to us from the Hamptons. Going to seize this opportunity potentially here.
Another guy with another bad attitude.
Josh C. not impressed early on.
Mitchell will use every opportunity in the book to cheat his way to victory. That's all I know about the King.
Well, it'd help his chances if he eventually started, I guess. Maybe he was thinking about doing the old Bobby the Brain Heenan trick where you hide under the ring for the duration and then emerge later on. I hope no one can hear me to potentially take that advice, as the fans here would be just short-changed by such an outcome.
Maybe he'd come out in a bunny outfit, too, if we're talking about Bobby the Brain.
Well, we'll see if King Mitchell Taylor here with a couple pokes to the eyes. Oh, in there from Josh C., who isn't beyond technique such as that.
Oh, they're fighting blind.
Jordan, that doesn't stop him, though. Jordan will throw hands with anyone in any circumstance. We've established that many times. Only way to be eliminated here, to be thrown over the top rope.
Here comes the fourth competitor. I think this is someone new to Second Wrestling.
Oh, someone that we know as the Second Wrestling Man.
He's in all purple. He's got the right shirt on.
Well, you talk about company guys in this business. I don't think they come more company guy than this.
He's excited for his opportunity. He's got the cape. He's got the gear. Oh, and he's eliminated himself.
Summarily eliminates himself, which I guess he might still get a share of the purse for having put his name down and entered.
I don't know how that works. We'll have to talk to management.
Right now, Josh C. looking to dump Jordan. For his efforts, gets a right hand from King Mitchell Taylor. We got three competitors in here, and Josh C. sent to the outside. No, hangs on. Jordan now.
I think Josh C. can run the table here. He's certainly in the conversation in Second Wrestling for a title shot at this point. He's had some big victories over the year. And this would be certainly something he earned, and I could see him challenging Cannon for that title.
Competing there on the ring apron, dangerous spot for the prospects of both Jordan and Josh C. Well, they need to get back in there. Either one of these competitors, their feet hits the floor and their chances are done. Jordan's still barely hanging on. What's he doing? He's got to get back in there. There we go.
They're perplexed. Who's coming out? We know that. I think we've seen this man before.
Oh boy.
I think it's time to get into the ring.
From the beaches of Edina, Minnesota.
Grab those buoys. The lifeguard, Shane Black, looking to cannonball his way into the lake here. Well, maybe later on after this event. But right now, cannonballing his way in to this 8-man battle royal. Taylor not quite done. Or Jordan, excuse me.
Shane probably loves summer camps. What does he say? The wetter, the better. The hot days, the kids run into the lake. They need a lifeguard on duty, and Shane's up for the task.
Shane Black delivers a right hand there to Jordan. That's someone you don't normally want to square straight up with, especially Shane Black with his massive bulk and brawn. But he's going toe-to-toe with both Josh C. and Jordan, both of whom's chances here in this battle royal are vulnerable if they get dumped to the outside. Shane Black, of course, with that SPF 80 sunscreen as Jordan goes.
Oh.
And just as quick, Shane Black out of the equation.
We're left with Ja right now and the king, Mitchell Taylor, who has been precise in the amount of energy he has used in this match so far.
Meanwhile, we've got Jordan and Shane Black continuing to battle. Ooh, there goes Taylor. And we still have 3 competitors left to enter the fray.
Like I said, my money's been on Ja this entire time. There's a reason why. He picks his spots. That's why he's the front man.
Seems to be leading things now, but the young gun, Riley Jackson, someone else who is similarly as hungry to make an impact here in Second Wrestling, would love nothing more than to get a championship opportunity, as he's making lots of friends with the campers here at Camp Menominee.
One thing Riley's been adamant about since he's been on this tour is how much he despises the kids.
And I really don't know why, considering how young Riley Jackson is himself. He's only 23 years of age. It's not all that long ago someone like him may have been attending one of these very camps, though I don't know if Riley Jackson would be able to behave himself before being sent home with his parents, but I digress.
Yeah, it's also about making friends. I'm not sure Riley Jackson has picked up on that concept yet.
Riley Jackson tossed out here. No. Hanging on barely. James Durden, the referee, right there to make sure those feet didn't impact the ground.
One ref, he's got to cover all 4 sides of the ring.
And it's easier when there's just 2 competitors in there, but when you get more, that becomes a difficult task. And Josh C., look at that strength hanging on. Getting the cat back in there, and Riley Jackson has no knowledge of that terrific display of upper body strength by the front man. And none the wiser, Riley Jackson faces a right hand right to the face. This could doom his chances right here. Jackson may be sent out. No, not quite. Josh C. sent out. No, hanging on. Both competitors now.
Oh, and now Ezio Orlandi's in the ring.
Orlandi now quickly looking to turn the tables and score this opportunity. He's able to get rid of both the front man and the young gun, and only one other competitor he'll have to contend with.
Orlandi is the Maxwell Street Heritage Champion at Second Wrestling. So this would be, if he wins this and defeats Eric Cannon, he'd hold both titles for the company, both titles.
What a score that would be to have 2 belts on your mantle in this company as competitive as Second Wrestling has been over the course of its existence. Josh C again with his back to the competitors. That's not wise under any circumstances, especially when you're as conceited as Josh C is in there.
As talented as Ja is in the ring, it's the intangibles that has not put Ja over. He has held some belts. He's got a tag team championship, AAW. Riley also a tag team competitor with NDS. Oh, and here we have Sean Logan.
Speaking of egomaniac, Sean Logan with perpetual selfie mode on.
Sean has now figured out taking more pictures outside of the ring, less time inside the ring. Your chances go up.
That's the Orlandi on the verge of elimination. Who lands on the apron. Yet 4 competitors in there now. The young gun Riley Jackson, Ezio Orlandi, Sean Logan, and the front man Josh C. Ooh, almost had to make that 3, but Logan hangs on.
And all of these competitors have played a big role in Second Wrestling so far. Riley Jackson was in the first tournament to crown its inaugural champion. There we spoke about Orlandi. Ja has had some big victories recently, and Sean Logan is almost on every show. I'm sure his opportunities will come soon. He would love a victory here.
Riley Jackson almost sent out, and you know how bitter Jackson was about that initial tournament that you mentioned. He'd love nothing more than to finally get a second crack at things here. Ooh, big spine buster right in the middle there from Orlandi.
Lost to the eventual inaugural champion in the second. Oh, there goes Sean Logan.
3 competitors left. Josh C dump. No, not quite. Josh C able to somehow hang on. That's the Orlandi big boot, and now Josh C is out of it.
There goes my pick.
We're down to 2 in Orlandi and Riley Jackson.
Oh.
Riley Jackson wins it.
Riley Jackson? I like to have gold around my waist. I don't like to go home alone. I get lonely. So you see, tonight and the rest of the week, Eric Cannon, I'm looking at you. I'm taking your Second Wrestling Championship, and I'm bringing it home with the young gun, Riley Jackson. There is not a thing you can do about it or anybody else.
Only 100 more. Perfect. Second Wrestling Tour.
Join Second Wrestling this summer, July 20th in Arlington Heights, and then our first outdoor show, August 13th in Long Grove. Tickets available on Eventbrite.
John, what do you love about summer camp?
What do I love about summer camp? I like the freedom, no school. I get to play with my friends and all the food you can eat. That's what I love about summer camp. Did I mention no rules?
Summer camp. My favorite part about summer camp is actually 2 things. One, I've been kicking Riley Jackson's butt on a daily basis. And 2, we are creating new wrestling fans at each of these camps, and I think that that's very cool, not just for us, but also for them.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it certainly ain't the kids. I mean, sure, I like taking their money, and I do have some fun with some of those camp counselors, but, you know, they're little snot-nosed brats. They steal my chain, and I like being a role model to them and showing what an outside of riding the bench looks like, what it can be like that when you're actually going somewhere in life. That's what Riley Jackson likes.
You know, my favorite part about summer camp probably has to be that I get to go to these summer camps and show the kids who the greatest social media influencer is, Sean Logan. And, you know, I know they only got such a little bit amount of phone time per day. So when they get the 5 minutes to bring their phones out, I make sure they all get on social media and add the best thing going for Second Wrestling.
Part about summer camp.
Best part about summer camp is dunking on the top of the head of Darren Corbin.
Well, when it comes to, you know, being outside and, you know, being so pale skinned, it's the sun's not my best friend. And I mean, I don't really like the kids. I didn't like the kids when they were my age. And now that I'm older, they just annoy me even more. But if I had to look for a silver lining, I think my favorite thing would have to be getting to harass Rabbi Jeremy Fine. That always puts a smile on my face.
Hey.
And just like that, the Second Wrestling Championship bout is underway. Riley Jackson, the young gun, fresh off winning that 8-man Rumble to earn this opportunity, taking it to your Second Wrestling Champion, the Anarchist Eric Cannon. Riley Jackson's talking like it's a done deal already.
Yeah, he's telling the kids exactly what they don't want to hear. That's how he does things usually.
Young gun Riley Jackson in one of the biggest matches in his career, sent to the canvas by the veteran, the Anarchist Eric Cannon. Ruling supreme here over Second Wrestling. Another shoulder tackle in the Anarchist Eric Cannon has these campers on fire.
Cannon actually pinned Missa Kate in a 4-way, ending over a year reign of Billy Starks as the Second Wrestling Champion. He's the second champion for Second Wrestling in its history.
You know, if Riley Jackson brought a strategy, it's not a very good one. I don't think Eric Cannon is someone you necessarily want to be taking it to on the outside. What do we got here? Some assistance from some campers. Get that blow from Cannon.
No wonder Riley doesn't like him. They're beating him up on the outside. Cannon knows exactly where to put him because he has more people to his advantage. That's the champion veteran, Eric Cannon.
Well, when you're just perpetually talking trash like Riley Jackson has over the course of this entire tour with Second Wrestling, there's not too many people you're going to find at ringside who are going to be rooting for you. Meanwhile, Eric Cannon, perpetually one of the most popular competitors wherever he goes throughout the nation and indeed the world. Where are they going?
I don't know. They are using the entire camp as their ring here. Uh-oh. What is he doing? What is he doing?
Right on that bench.
Oh, Riley might not have kids of his own.
Another knife-edged shot from the Anarchist Eric Cannon. Max, they got to get this closer to the ring.
Yeah, here they're bringing him in. That was fast. They just brought him in real quickly.
I thought maybe Riley Jackson was going to be going for a premature dip in the lake, but not yet anyway to cool off. As Eric Cannon continues to take it to Riley Jackson.
These kids have watched several matches. They've already seen Riley. This is their first look at the champion, who is now, the tables have turned on him a little bit.
Young gun Riley Jackson now putting the boots to the Anarchist Eric Cannon. What an opportunity this is. We had mentioned he had a very good showing in the tournament to determine the first ever Second Wrestling Champion. Now he's got to just overcome the current man with the gold, that being Eric Cannon. No easy task indeed, but he's doing his darndest right now.
Cannon is a mainstay at Second Wrestling, not just the champion. He was in the inaugural championship match, lost to Billy Starks, and then eventually gained it in a 4-way against Missa Kate the champion Billy Starks and Effie. It was one of the highlights of Second Wrestling, and will go down as one of the biggest matches that has happened at Second Wrestling.
Well, if Riley Jackson wants to make this a highlight for his career, he's got to ignore the fans here, no matter the bad blood that he himself has festered with these campers. He's got to focus on Eric Cannon. We just saw a couple seconds ago a lackadaisical cover with one boot over the sternum. That's not going to make him a champion, that's for sure. Irish whip far side, drops down. Ooh, miscalculation by the challenger.
Oh.
Buries the knee right in the breadbasket. Riley Jackson now, what's he doing?
It's looking more and more like the young gun has the upper hand here. Could you just imagine Second Wrestling with a champion like Riley Jackson? Oh, the fans, I don't even know if they'd show up.
Absolutely embarrassing it would be for the company and for all these fans, but Riley Jackson wants to make that happen. Come on, he's got to focus on his opponent. Not that I am a member of the Riley Jackson fan club by any stretch of the imagination, but come on, it's common sense here, isn't it, Max?
I don't know. Is there a Riley Jackson fan club? That'd be news to me. Maybe.
In the dark web, maybe there may be some people who just don't want to let anyone else know about it.
Yeah. Oh, he's taking it to Eric Cannon. But, you know, the veteran, he's been in this position before. He's a champion for a reason.
And definitely that's true with the, not just the talent, the ability, the athleticism that Eric Cannon has shown. When you have such longevity in this sport, you've got to have resiliency and perseverance too. And we're going to see if Cannon's going to be able to dig deeper here to maybe show some of that, as he's now on the canvas, writhing in pain. But Jackson's not capitalizing.
No, it's a total mistake. This is what happens when you're 23 and you care more about yelling at the fans than winning titles. There's a reason Riley Jackson has not held gold at Second Wrestling.
Desperately, as he wants that championship. Wait a minute, he's got that dog tag. Choking the life out of Eric Cannon with the dog tag. The referee's got to put a stop to that. Threatened with an automatic disqualification. Not delivered, though.
Durden, I think Durden's even surprised by Riley Jackson's lack of capitalizing on what Eric Cannon is going through right now. Riley is just taking his time, but he's not going for pins. Just more strikes.
Yeah, I don't know the last time that he went for the fall. Instead, these fans just getting under all three layers of Riley Jackson's skin right now. And this is what shows experience. And right now, Riley Jackson needs to try to look to the experience that he's had. May not be as long as Eric Cannon, but he's got to know better than this.
And he's getting the crowd into it. He's getting himself into it. He's trying to bring up that energy.
Cannon now almost to his feet. How many pin attempts could Riley Jackson have done in the last 90 seconds or so had he wanted to?
I don't know. It's just not what a champion does. Oh, a big boot.
Here comes Jackson again. That time he finds a forearm. Ooh, splash. Finding the top turnbuckle. Nobody home. Step up Inseguri. And the anarchist Eric Cannon has effectively changed the conversation here in the Second Wrestling Championship match. Big DDT. Hooks the foreleg. Two. No, not quite. The anarchist Eric Cannon now in a position that he is very familiar with in the driver's seat here in big matches. To the throat goes Jackson. Underhanded tactics we see more and more of from this youngster. Wait a second. Irish whip reversal. No! Referee James Durden just went down like a diseased tree almost here at camp.
It was confusing. He wasn't really in the right position, and it cost him, and now he's hurt. Oh!
Of course. Of course.
Oh, no, he's got the belt. He's got the belt.
Riley Jackson now.
Oh.
Just smashing that Second Wrestling Championship into the face of Eric Cannon. But there's no referee. Oh, there is a referee. But Cannon kicks out at 2. The anarchist Eric Cannon able to hang on to that championship. Meanwhile, Riley Jackson's yelling at the second referee. That almost counted to 3 for him winning the title.
Where did he go? Cannon's just laying there, dirt in his out.
Dang, the second wrestling championship match I think I've ever seen.
He's got a Menominee trophy in his hand. What? Does he think he's won? This is for a title. What is he going to do with that?
The second wrestling championship, one of the most prestigious prizes in wrestling, and instead, Riley Jackson's got some trophy in there. Our second referee has to try to get this out of his hands.
He's winding up. Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thankfully.
Common sense may indeed prevail here. Riley Jackson.
Look at the kids. Kids are going crazy. Cannon is squaring up. Oh, it's a stunner.
Stunner right in the middle of the ring. Shoulders are down. Leg is hooked. And Eric Cannon remains your second wrestling champion.
I've been doing this long enough to know that being a champion means I'm a target. And being a target means I gotta fight to keep it. And that's what a champion does. And that's who Eric Cannon is. So at Second Wrestling, I don't care if it's Riley Jackson. I don't care if it's anybody else. As long as I got this, I know I'm the target. But you're the bullseye.